President Pump and Winnie the Pooh and their glorious handshake. Deal, let's make a deal. Deal or no deal. Everybody's talking about the deal. This is a live video of when they met, friends. President Pump and Winnie the Pooh. They shook hands, friends. I've got the video here. Here they are. They've shook hands for more than 10 seconds. So if you remember... Man, that's wild, dude. So I'm not sure what the official ruling is. Remember, I showed you this George Cottrell guy comes out, makes a bet that the handshake's going to be between 6 and 10 seconds. I don't know what video that they were specifically recording, but it was just such a weird bet. Like, hey, let me put 200 grand on Donald Trump shaking his hand for about 6 to 10 seconds. Oh, gosh. It's time to make a deal and please pump the markets. That's what we're all waiting for. I want to show you something as well, friends. So this is ZeCash. Everyone's been talking about ZeCash lately because ZeCash went up. This is a 1,000% rally, pretty much an 11x. This is ZEC versus Bitcoin, okay? So it actually has done a very strong move up. So friends, ZEC, so this is where it was in 2021, May, and it's down 50% from the May price. Now, it's actually down like 98% from 2018, but let's just focus on 2021. It has recovered half the damage. This is quite phenomenal. I mean, you got to think about it, right? They haven't even started a QE or a balance sheet or anything out here. PMI is still low. So ZeCash doing a 10x rally in a straight line, literally a straight line, man. That's crazy. Like bang, 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 bang. And it's just recovered half the move. I really hope we get to see some sort of inspiration for, dare I say, altcoins, which have been destroying us for a long time. Let's play some angel music because we need all the friendship and kindness we can get. It's been very, very tough, man. It's been very tough. So ZeCash, right? Why it's important. So ZeCash, there's lore and story behind it. So someone asked Satoshi on the forum, hey, can we make Bitcoin private with like this ZK potential tech? And he's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. I don't think it's possible. But if he could do it, it would be like the best thing ever. I think that's what he said on the forum, pretty much. And so these guys behind ZeCash, they found the way to do Bitcoin with zero knowledge tech to make it private. That's why there's lore. It's like a meme. It's like, oh, it's Satoshi's vision. It actually is the real Satoshi's vision. That's the meme about it. This is phenomenal and inspirational strength and highlights that it is possible for altcoins to recover if you believe hard enough. I hope many other altcoins go back within 50% of their BTC ratio high from 2020 cycle. Remember, so if Ethereum was going to do that, it would need to get back to about 0.045. I hope it does go higher, friends. I really hope ZCash bull flags here and then spikes up again and retraces the whole move. That'd be great. But like, you know, we're praying. Remember, it's a believer's cycle. Altcoins are dead until they're not. Don't fight the Fed, right? So, you know, they've just stopped QT. Found that funny, interesting, sad, many emotions, mixed emotions. Everyone said, don't fight the Fed at the end of 2021. And then as the bear market played, don't fight the Fed, don't fight the Fed. Now the Fed is cutting rates and they said, okay, no more QT. And we're saying, okay, are you not going to fight the Fed? Everyone's like, no, I'm going to fight the Fed. Now we're definitely going to recession. Okay, bro. So you're saying everyone's going to die when they hike rates and when they cut rates. Everyone's just dead by default. That kind of tells me this is growing on skepticism. This is bull market, right? The middle part of the bull market, growing on skepticism. Tops are when everyone says, you know what? There is no top. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Also, friends, I want to tell you something as well. I use just one basic indicator. I've got my exotic top signals, but Coinbase App Store ranking is 283. 283. Like, you know, its peak was in, I think, March 2024, and it hit like rank 13 or something, rank 18. But it hit #1 spot at the top of 2021 twice, in April and then in November. And it also hit the top #1 spot in December 2017. So it's predicted every single major top 3 times, 3 out of 3 times, just when it hit App Store ranking #1. And if you want to know why, friends, it's because retailers who come in and buy, when they don't like crypto, they keep looking at the Coinbase logo, so they uninstall it from their phone. They don't want to look at it. It's terrible. It's only when it looks good again, they're like, oh, I've got to install it again. I just delete it off my phone because I don't look at it. That's what happens. And of course, this would all be myth and fairy tale, but you saw everybody line up for gold. 9 green weeks in a row, gold, pop. You have Uncle Peter Schiff saying this is going to keep going. Nothing can keep us down. Bang, 10% drop on everyone. And they literally lined up, okay? I wonder if the bottom is already in for OTHERS-btc. I do wonder. So what we'll be doing is, fans, I'll show you as well. Here's OTHERS-btc, but it's on a weekly chart. I'm hoping, and once again, it is hope and cope, that this is the final capitulation to kill everyone, the Chinese exchange cabal. We can go up. Friends, I just want to like show you how painful this has been for me and everyone else. Like it's really made, it's really been ultra painful. Like it's been disastrous. Shame and pain. There's just too much shame and pain. So look at this. This is it. It flipped green on the weekly super trend at the end of 2023. So you know the 4-year cycle, friends? It flips green here and it's meant to go uptrend. That's what I did last 2 times, every single cycle before. What we got was 2024 was a scam year. But then Trump came in. Trump resurged optimism. PMI ticked up a little bit and we thought, okay, now this is flipped green. Now we're ready to go. Guess what happens? The Trump pump turns into year of the snake and we get destroyed again. Talk about year of the snake, huh? The year of deception. That's a very nasty for us to actually go through this as well, just to see that. So that's how disastrous it is, man. If you go and do the fractals of the past 40 cycles, OTHERS-btc was meant to go up in that year. Look at this big divergence, man, compared to, man, it's been like horrific. You might wonder why, you know, president, up and down, US Fed, major losers, a major loser. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It just, you know, we had the worst PMI of all time, 35 months in a row down below 50, and it's still going. So I want things to reverse. Do you think you can scare me with another 5-year altcoin bear market? Think again. I can do this all day. Bzzz. This is Greta Thunberg. She is trying to electrify my nipples. Little do they know. You ever play Metal Gear Solid, fans? There's a torture scene, yeah? When you're hanging there. And you've got to spam X because they're trying to torture you. But welcome to my universe, bitch. When you try to electrify me and my nipples, I actually gain health points and armor and every other ability. That's what they don't know. Keep zapping me. Bzz, bzz. It's ineffective. You know, it's super charging me. So there's a couple of things we've got to think about and talk about. How do I, as a grown man, grown squirrel, who's been destroyed for 5 years, everything's zeroed out, how do I stand there and say, I can take another 5 years? I don't know how. I don't know how. I am inspired, though, by the greatest trader we have in crypto, James Wynn. James Wynn, fans, I was on Pinterest. I couldn't believe it. This picture went a bit, it made it to the front page. It was Bobo Coin, full round trip bus pass, James Wynn. Gender, trans whale. I don't know why trans whale. I don't know why. Expires at 0. Date of issue, the Pico top. So actually, this meme might be a bit old. Date of issue, the Pico bottom. James Wynn short. James Wynn's bearish, calling for below $80,000 BTC. James Wynn must be protected at all costs. We are all winning. These are all great characters out here. Thank you to Sommi Fan Token. Sommi Fan Token. Can
I please have some more Sommi Fan Token?
Oh, this is so cute. Here I am, my little head here. Man, that you guys still memeing me. It does make me believe in a brighter future. Man, it's been years. Did you think we'd still be coping years and years and years later? Like, you would have thought at least something would have tried to go up. But it hasn't. Friends, here is OTHERS-btc overlay with the US Fed balance sheet here. In the last cycle, OTHERS-btc went up only after the US Fed started increasing the balance sheet. Okay. However, in the cycle before, all they did was hold and OTHERS-btc still went up. So here we are right now. Are people going to fight the Fed? I don't know. Look, if we were a normal market without this freaking curse, satanic, demonic djinn, if we were a normal market, you'd price in the future. Because, you know, for some reason in crypto, it's like, oh, look at all this free money. You can buy $1 for 1 cent, literally everywhere. Oh no, now your cent is negative. Now you actually owe money to the blockchain. That's what ends up happening. But in a normal market, they priced in the future. Yeah. Because, you know, when the US Fed holds rates, they know the next move is a cut. So they start buying it up. That's actually what's happened multiple times. So you would think if we weren't a godforsaken piece of shit industry, you'd hope we start going up. Now that they've held, they said, okay, no more QT. What do you think comes after that? What do you think comes after that? QE. Yeah? QE comes after that. But how much of a run are we going to get? We don't know. We don't know if we're going to get anything at all. You know what I mean? Like I just, got to wake up every single day looking at this abomination, praying that things get better. Here I am helping you, friends. I'm here to serve you, the people. No hat, no plate. Warning, do not go to Google search for crypto sites. Please, Liberty Swap has a fake phishing link on the first page. Thank you to Mr. Custard. See this, friends, they prey on people typoing the wrong word. And this was the first Google search result, Liberty Swap. He almost got phished. Friend, please warn your followers. And of course I have friends. I don't call you followers, more like friends, We're out here together. Look at this. It was the first link for Liberty Swap. See that here? It was the first link. It actually, because that's what they do, friends. These phishing websites, they pay for a higher ranking for like a day or two or three above the real site, because they prey on people who are not checking the URL and stuff. So I'm here to try to protect you, okay? I'm here to try to protect you. Don't forget, you are listening to the highest value content in crypto out here. Hopefully Japan or somewhere out here in Asia, you guys can adopt crypto and start pumping the crap out of us. Of course, everyone out here celebrating friendship and kindness. OTHERS-btc going down all that time, though. Friends, as hard as it is now, this is not actually the hardest thing, okay? The hardest point will be if OTHERS-btc stops here, and it does that. That'll be the hardest, because that will be Altseason Wave 1, okay? And Altseason Wave is what it done up here, okay? It's not over. So Altseason Wave 1 might be the hardest, because you've been waiting for so long. Here comes Altseason Wave 1. Every single cycle before had 2. Are you going to gamble on the second one, though? That's why I'm hoping you've made heaps by that point where you don't have to gamble on Altseason Wave 2, okay? That's why I'm also praying Peter is $1 or something, or even if it's 10 cents. I hope there's some move or pulse chains up like 20x from here or whatever it is, where you can take off like, 25% just to cover yourself. Exit your Jeet stack, exit them out, and you just sit it on the sidelines. You go, okay, if we don't get Altseason Wave 2 and we have to go for a bear market, it's probably a short in the bear market because we only have one wave of euphoria. You know what I mean? But we haven't even got anywhere near to even think about something like that, right? But that's going to be the tough one. Okay, that's going to be the real tough one. All right, but it's a believer's cycle. So we'll see how it plays out. Don't forget, who loves you, like, subscribe, belly button, and or catch you in the next one.